to be a beauty queen to be attractive, because attractiveness is not just about looks. In fact, you can be a beauty queen and be less attractive. So today I'm going to share with you 5 things that make you less attractive and could be hurting your chances of finding and keeping a man. In the beginning, I mentioned that attractiveness is not based on looks alone, but looks do matter. It does matter, but it's not the only thing that makes you attractive. So self-neglect is another way that makes you less attractive. This is where you leave yourself unattended. You don't take care of your body, you don't take care of your mind, and that then spills over into toxicity in a relationship. So self-neglect is something that makes you less attractive. You might be a down-to-earth person. Oh, I don't need to dress up all the time. I don't need to be dolled up. But when dating, you do need to exercise some self-care. And the self-care needs to be visible to the potential partner because he's also looking at you physically. So how you appear before him matters. You can't just expect him to be tied to your personality only or be sold on your personality only. So self-neglect can make you less attractive and hurt your chances with somebody that could be right for you. So upkeep is important. Your hair, your attire, your body. Take care of yourself, because the message is if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of someone else? So don't neglect your physical body. Take care of that. Ensure your mind is sound as well. If you're having mental issues, get those sorted out, because those things become burdensome in a relationship. And it's the most common one really, because the dating process starts with what you see. So the person has to be sold on what they see first, to then go peel off the other layers to find out who you are and whether or not you measure up. Another unattractive trait is being short-tempered. Some women like to brag about being a hothead and they're not going to take any foolishness from any man. But believe me, being short-tempered is actually unattractive because it intimidates the other person. It says that you're basically someone that likes animosity. You're always arguing, etc. So being short-tempered doesn't work in your favor. So you have to find a way to manage your emotions when dealing with another person, especially if that person does something to irritate you. You have to be able to exercise emotional intelligence, and that is something I will share with you in another video. So being short-tempered is very unattractive, especially when dating someone that doesn't know you or is unaware of how your personality is. Being short-tempered can make you less attractive. On the other side of the coin is having a dull personality. That can make you less attractive. You being so vanilla. There's nothing special in terms of how you are. You're just boring and dry. When dating, you have to put yourself out there more. So even if you're an introvert, you're more reserved in your mannerisms. Once you're dating, you have to expose more of who you are. That's how someone gets to know you. So if you're closed off, you're a person of few words when dating, nobody's going to get to know who you really are. You have to expose yourself, allow yourself to be vulnerable, be honest about who you are, share some information about you. Don't be so closed off that nobody sees who you are. And you also need to have a sense of humor. If you're just a dull, drabby person, that's not attractive, and that's a harder nut to crack in terms of keeping someone around because they don't really know you. And you can't, yes, dating is for the long haul when you want to find someone that's right for you. But if your personality is really dull, you make the other person's job harder because they're trying to get to know you. They're going to have to work harder to pull you out of your shell. So that in essence makes you less attractive, and nobody wants that much work. So expose yourself, and it could be a case where you're a very fun-loving person, but you're just being shy about a new person. So you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to open up and show your true personality. This one is universal. Nobody likes someone who is selfish. So selfishness is an unattractive trait that will turn someone else off when dating you, right? So if you're a mean person, and not just mean in terms of you don't like to give things or to charity, etc., but just mean in how you communicate with other people. If you're like that, that display of selfishness towards other people, lack of empathy, etc., can make you less attractive. So selfishness is a big one. So that in essence, that one is self-explanatory. So yeah. The 5th unattractive trait is acting needy. Neediness is unattractive to most persons. It adds a layer of burden to someone else because they're going to have to expend a lot of time and energy to meet those needs. And neediness here is also tied to you being very clingy. If you don't allow someone to have room or space to do what they need to do in their own life, that can make you less attractive. This is also linked to you being too demanding. This is where you just want things done your way all the time, and you're just the dictator on what needs to be done, etc. So that level of neediness where you're relying solely on someone else, or it could also be an unhealthy attachment that you have to the person that's causing you to act needy. It says that you're desperate, and once you start displaying those kind of traits, it makes you less attractive in the other person's eyes. So those are a few traits that can make you less attractive to someone else. So be mindful. Remember, dating is a process. So as we continue on this journey, I will share with you other tools and techniques to improve your dating life. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button. Please share this video and share your views in the comments below. What are some unattractive traits that you can share with all of us? We're on this journey together, so let's share with each other. So thanks again for viewing, and I'll see you next time.